how I'm going to zoom in. Yes. So after 5 years, the loss is, for example, 3 million, right? So you said that we're gonna be sharing the loss 50-50%. So 50% will go to partner A and 50% will go to partner B. So do you think partner A can afford his total wealth, for example, right now is 700,000 in bank account? Of right? So his loss is 1.5 million. So he can only fulfill 700,000 and 800,000 he need to pay. What will happen to the partner B? Partner B's wealth now grows to 3 million. After 5 years, this is the bank account of partner B. And he would share 1.5 million loss. And how much in his account? 1.5 million. Right? But this follow through means he would also share this 800,000 loss as well, coming from partner A. So his bank account would be now 700,000. Unless this become limited liability. Everybody understand that? It means even if one partner, he don't have that ability to fulfill the loss will follow through other partners as well. Right? Any question?
Yes, I have one question.
Yeah.
And what after when they get back to their feet, and they get back, is it possible for him to partner A to pay partner B the amount of the money left?
No. When they report a loss, when they become bankrupt, the court says that, involved, they are personally liable. So whatever they have, they must contribute to fulfill that loss. Since this is unlimited liability or general liability, not limited partnership, so their personal properties. Of course, after this loss, they won't be talking to each other. That's obvious, right? And he's totally broke because he don't have anything left, and his wealth is decreased to 700,000. Not, he hoped that he can share the 50% of this 3 million, but law says that is the fault is not just for A, the fault is also for B. So that's why in partnership, both parties should make decisions vigilantly. The fault of A can cost the partner B as well, right? Okay, so let's talk about the other stuff. A limited liability partnership, they don't, if it's a limited liability, right, then only the amount they have lost is the share. That's it. Their bank account, for example, their bank account has 700,000, so no one will be touching that 700,000. No one will be touching partner B 3 million in his bank account. The amount, only thing that they will lose, their partnership, their business, that is. So that is the benefit of having limited liability, right? How we establish that, that is the, the objective of introduction to business. We are talking about accounting. So I'm just going to be spending less time here just to make you understand. The limited liability company. So business is liable for the company's debt. It means business is separate. In company stuff, business is separate. Owner or in this case, owners are separate. Owners are called members, right? And you don't mix, with each another. If company make a profit, company should be taxed. And if that company give you dividend and you receive that income, your income rises, you should pay the tax, right? So limited liability income follow through to the members just as if they were partners. That's it. So whatever they have decided, the income will follow through like that. No, sorry. In limited liability company, yes, in limited liability company, you are not, you are not, you don't have dual taxes. No dual tax.
Okay.
So what is dual tax? We'll talk about in our next slide. So in limited liability company, business is different and owners are different. But if business make something, it means you make something, right? Your income is the business income, but business loss is not your loss. So that is what limited liability company says.
Mm.
The corporation. So corporation, in corporation, the same phenomena, business is separate and the owners, they are separate. But in that case, if business make an income, it is business income. So business can have the property on its name. Business can have, business can sue in his own name, not the partner's name. Nobody has sued, the Steve Jobs. They sued Apple Corporation, right? So that's why, because business has their separate entity and owners have their separate entity. But owners' income are different, business incomes are different, right? When business earns something, business pay tax. So when you receive money from business and your income rises, you pay according to your own tax rate. If your income rises, you pay according to your own tax rate. So you are paid twice. The tax is paid twice. We call this dual taxation. Here we go. Corporation pay income taxes, and when the income transfer to shareholders, then shareholders are also taxed, right? Dividend on tax, right? So how dividends are paid? So stockholders elect the board of directors. When to set the policy, they appoint the officers to talk about that. How we can avoid this taxation? They can say that, okay, don't pay us dividend. Keep that income to yourself and expand the business. If you pay us the dividend, the tax is right now high, and we would be given after tax less amount. So it's better to invest that dividend into your own, into the business and expand it rather paying the taxes. So that is what it's all about. Okay, now let's talk about explain and apply underlying accounting concepts, assumption, principles. So after this one, we would be having a break after this explaining the LOS2. Here we go. So there are two bodies who make accounting information rules. One is called GAAP and one is called FASB. So there are two bodies. The GAAP, which is generally accepted accounting principles, is a body of US, and this is non-US body, Financial Accounting Standard Board. So here we go. So the concept is the same. They follow these concepts in accounting information. Now, thing is that company is making public its information. So would you believe that? Okay, if I post something on social media, would you believe that? You confirm with me through my inbox, or I read on your post like this, whether it's true or not. If I have that credibility, then you believe that one. So similarly with accounting information. So in FASB, okay. So from now on, we would study accounting for corporations, not for sole proprietorship, not for partnership, not for LLC, only for corporations, right? Because our focus is to understand the accounting. So that is the comprehensive accounting. If you understand this accounting, you can develop accounting, or you can understand the accounting for LLC, partnership, and sole proprietorship. So from now on, keep in mind that we are learning the accounting, and we are following which form of business? Corporation. So corporation, it is must for them to produce data for public uses, right? Okay, now let's talk about this. So to provide financial information about the reporting entity that is useful for existing and potential investors, lenders, and other creditors in making decisions about providing resources to the entity. So that information that they are providing